Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Me, Myself, and My Vinyl. I'm doing this video because I wanted to start a thread in the VC. I've jumped on a couple threads. I don't see them very much anymore. Um, I wanted to start a thread about what is the fan's perspective when a band breaks up. Okay. Oftentimes we talk about in the VC a band's, even their inception, their debut album, their best albums, their what we like about their albums, and focus on that sort of thing. We even see concert reviews and things of that nature. Um, we even talk about when they do break up. What happens, who, what, when, why, when, and where. And after a band breaks up, what do they do? What do the members do? But what about the fans? I want to hear your perspective of when your band broke up. And why is that? Because, I want to hear your story. We invest a lot into these bands. A lot of us do, right? We invest time, we invest money, we invest our emotions. Some people dedicate their lives to bands, and you think that's kind of crazy, but a lot of people will tour with a band. Grateful Dead, right here. Grateful Dead. Deadheads. Notorious for touring with the band. They follow the band around wherever they go, and they're just looking for that magic ticket. They make, I mean, if you've ever been to like a Fish show or a Dead show, there's always those few people that are either selling merchandise or stuff they make, or selling, I don't know, peanut butter sandwiches or whatever, just in hopes to make enough money to follow the band on the next gig or get a ticket. Looking for that magic ticket. So people dedicate, portions of their lives to these bands, and I want to hear what your perspective is on when your band broke up. Okay, where were you? How'd you feel? Were you driving in your car? Were you listening to the radio? Did you hear it from a newspaper? Or did your buddy tell you? What were your emotions? How did you feel? I mean, were you cursing the band? Were you pissed off? Were you, did you go out and smash a bunch of their records? Did you burn their T-shirt that you had forever? I don't know. Obviously, you're probably going to feel a certain way, and it's probably going to be mostly negative. But tap into that. It's okay sometimes. Um, it's okay. I want to hear what was it like when your band broke up? How did you feel? Probably the most notorious or famous, I should say, breakup was the Beatles, right? I wasn't around then, but it was such a global event when the Beatles broke up that people really had a hard time with it. They were so huge at the time, and when they broke up, there was speculation about who and why and this and that. And I'm not talking about bands that when a member of the band dies, this is totally something different. Like when John Bonham died and left the hole in Led Zeppelin, they decided that they could no longer continue as Led Zeppelin out of respect to John. At least that's the story I heard. It's not Kurt Cobain, well, however you see it, died. Nirvana no longer existed. It couldn't continue without Kurt Cobain. He was the band. That has something totally different. That's a mourning of somebody actually passing away. I'm talking about like the band broke up. The members are still alive. There's always that hope that maybe they'll get back together. I mean, hell, GNR got back together after, what was it, almost 30 years? I mean, minus Izzy, but I don't even, was Steven Adler there? He almost, all the members almost died if you ever read Slash's book. But anyway, how did this come about? Why am I asking about this? I'm going to tell you my story right now. So it was back in February of this year. So we're in 2022. There's a band that I like, and I was just going to their website, and there was a newsletter on their website, and I clicked on it because it said final tour. I was like, wait, what? Open it up. They said, after the holiday season, blah, 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 we've decided that, we've pretty much accomplished everything as a band. After 10 years, we've decided that we're going to call it quits. I haven't even told you what the band is. The band, and I know most of you don't know who this band is because 99% of the VC out there doesn't know the band because I've never seen him other than one channel. Russ, Mama's Record. He's frequently, not I shouldn't say frequently, but he's featured them like twice in his five face melting records you should know about. And I'm sorry, Russ, if I butchered that. And the name of the band is Kikagaku Moyo. Now you say, what? Kikagaku Moyo. They are a Japanese psychedelic band. How did I come about them? I was streaming. They came on. I had to dig into them more because it was really something I had really never heard before. It was heavy fuzz guitar rock, psychedelic rock, which I do really like and enjoy. But then all of a sudden it would be like a vacuum and they just suck it back, bring it down, and then they start harmonizing with their voices, okay, singing real low lyrics, and it's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what they're talking about. They could be saying, you know, Kevin is a fat loser from America. We're taking his money because he's an idiot. But you like it. Those could be the lyrics. I don't even know. But anyway, and then they'll come back and punch you in the face again with that. They'll turn it on its sides and punch you in the face again, or in the eardrum with some heavy psychedelic rock. So anyway, reading the newsletter and, you know, totally bummed out. I was totally dejected. I was bummed out. Like, I wasn't heartbroken because I'm in my 40s. I don't get that attached to a band at this point in like my life anymore. But you know, I was really bummed. A, because I'd never seen them before, you know, and then B, because I'd gotten into them about 2 years earlier, and I was like, man, that really sucks. I'm never gonna see this band. That really bothers me. But I remember I was like, started reading down. I'm like, immediately when I heard that, I was like, I didn't even think about the final tour part. And then I got down and was like, oh, here's the link to the final. You know, we're gonna go on tour one last time. They were street performers in Tokyo. Let me back up. They're like, yeah, we came a long way in 10 years from street performers in Tokyo to now where we are now. We've kind of did everything we can. They've released 2 EPs and four full-length albums. They got a couple live albums too. So this is one. It's always on Cool Wax, and their artwork's pretty cool. All right, so there you go. That's like some Clear with Green. That's their first full-length, just self-titled. Then they have this EP, Mamatas Clouds, and this one's cool. It looks like there you go. It looks like, to me, it looks like those nasty, like taffy, like white and red raspberry, strawberry candies that my grandmother had on our coffee table. They're like those sticky taffy things that came in a clear wrapper. Ugh. Forest of Lost Children. This is on like a transparent gold, and I actually have 2 copies of this because I had a pre-order in for this one because I like the way the cover, the wax looked, and my order got discontinued somehow because I guess they didn't get it. But this is like a cool clear with black, and there's a little flakes of gold in there. And then this was the last piece of the puzzle. I recently got this. This is an EP. This is called Stone Garden. And look at that artwork. You can really tell. I mean, does that scream like Japanese? Not Japanese, but does that not scream like psychedelic to you? Look at that. You got the little kid in the front here looking at the man. And if you can't really tell in here, but the eyeball has other stuff in it. And then on the back, there's an eagle with a guy. So they all come with like obi strips. As I said, they're Japanese. So it does kind of go with the obi strip does fit, and there's a lot of Japanese on here. It's stuff I can't read, so let's see. Oh, that's not going in there. Anyway, I don't know if I showed this, but you know, it's got this cool green and pink wax. This one's probably the coolest one. This is House in the Tall Grass. Again, another obi cover. The cover's black and white, but it's got some cool stuff on there. And then you flip it around, and then it's got this cool kind of, I forget what they call this, but it's it's really different on both sides. So you got one side A, and then that there is kind of like a little bit of a starburst. All right. Another copy that hasn't even been opened with the hype on it. That's just black. This one's probably my favorite. This is Masana Temples. This has like your traditional Japanese type artwork on it with the obi. This one is just on black. Dripping Sun off this is the second track, and it is everything that I'm talking about. Like an 8-minute song that kind of goes like heavy fuzz psychedelic rock, and then they pull it back. So, and that's really kind of my jumping off. And if you're actually thinking about the band, I would start there anyway. This is a live from Levitation. This one I've showed before. That's probably some of the cooler pressings that I have, or variants. And then lastly, I have this live EP, which each song on here I think is at least 15 minutes long. This was a collaboration with Kika Gakumoyo and Riley Walker. It's called Deep Fried Grandeur. I don't know why I'm showing it like this, because I didn't actually grab the wax. But there it is. It's like orange marble with, it's got these really cool like custom labels. Anyway, I forgot where I was with my story. But scrolling down, they're going on tour. Awesome. Where are they going to go? There's a link there. I look. They're going to be in Atlanta May 20th. Now, they're going to remind you, this was February, right? So I went from pretty bummed out, kind of dejected, you know, disappointed, band's breaking it up, to be like, okay, well, hey, at least I get to see them once, right? Bought tickets. They're going to be at the Variety on May 20th. 2 weeks from probably today was May 6th when you're watching this. At least I'm going to get to see them. You know, I haven't seen a show in a long time. The Raconteurs was probably the last show I saw. And that's going to be over 2 years ago now. Almost 3. Because of the pandemic. I haven't been to a live show in I don't know how long. But that was the last one I went to. So, and then keep scrolling down on the newsletter, because it keeps going. And they said, oh, by the way, you know, we're releasing our 5th and final LP. Boom. That's awesome. New music. They're breaking up, but I'm still getting new music, which was really cool. And you kind of see the smile on my face. And the reason why I'm doing it on May 6th is because that is the release date of the new album. Digitally, it's getting released on May 6th, and they're opening up for pre-orders on May 6th. Now, I'm probably going to pick one up at the show if I can. Sucks to carry around a record at a live show. You know, buying merch at a live show, unless you pick it up on the way out, really sucks, because you're carrying around all night. It's terrible. But, so pre-orders go up on May 6th, 2 weeks before the show that I'm going to. So hopefully I'll have mine before. I don't know when the release is actually going to be, but going from dejection, disappointment to, all right, leveling out, I'm going to see the band, to kind of, you know, I hit a valley, I guess. I'm on my way out. So I'm still bummed out. You know, it's a band that I like, that I really thought I could, you know, have more time with, and they're calling it quits. So I don't know. But tell me your story, okay? You know, tell me your story. Most of them aren't going to end up like that, but there's always, you know, there's always a little bit of hope, right? That they'll go on a hiatus for a year or two, and then they'll say, you know, we need to get this thing back together. You know, hey, I got no money. I need a cash grab here. We've all seen that before, right? Anyway, so there's my thread. There's my response to my thread. So if you'd like to join, please do so. I have an extra ticket for that May 20th show. So if anybody's in the Atlanta area and wants to go, hit me up. Or if you already got tickets, maybe I'll see you there. Or I don't know. Maybe go look and see when they're coming to your town. I know they're going kind of through after that, they're in Europe right now. They're coming back to the southeast, and I believe they go like on a southern swing west and back up to the northwest. So I don't know, maybe you want to check them out before they actually do call it quits. But Kika Gakumoyo, tell me your Tell me your perspective from when your band broke up. I know I'm kind of rambling, but I want to hear it. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. You know, the women in my family who are mothers and my friends, they're all hardworking women, so let's celebrate them. And I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.